want to discuss something quick that I noticed in the YouTube community that I think is kind of unhealthy. There is this whole negative vibe against people in the YouTube space that do production. There are many ways to do things. And I mean, I remember that for me when I started production. I started production almost 30 years ago. There was many ways to do it. You know, there wasn't just one way to arrive at the end result. And the thinking that YouTubers aren't real producers is kind of silly, because YouTubers obviously know what they're doing. People take the time to learn their gear and learn how to use it properly. Their mission is to create something that can be released to the world. So thinking that these people aren't producing music or they don't know what they're doing or whatever is kind of crazy. There are thousands of ways to do things the wrong way. I will admit that there's 1,000 ways to do things the wrong way, but there's also equally 1,000 ways to do things the right way. So you can't just sit here and think that way. The other thing that's kind of frustrating is hearing people talk about how people are shilling for production for gear. Now, there are a lot of people doing that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's not happening. There are people who will happily talk about something to the nth degree because they know they'll get it for free. And I'm not really opposed to that idea because, I mean, let's be honest, people wanna get free stuff. The problem, I think, and this is the biggest problem, is telling people that something is the greatest, latest, and most amazing thing, knowing in the back of your head there's something else that can do the exact same thing without you having to burn your wallet to make it happen. Now, there are jumps when it comes to production where the technology just literally leaps forward and it's time to definitely look at something new and great. But that doesn't happen every 6 months. So you have to use your best judgment. There are people who are going to talk about a product because it is in their best interest, because yes, they're getting the product, but also as those same people, make sure you keep it positive and make sure you explain to people that you don't necessarily need this, but this is an amazing tool. This is great. I think that'll go a long way towards helping people understand your thinking and maybe slowing down the extreme amount of negativity that we've been seeing in the community when it comes to music production. Let's be honest, a lot of them are giving us really great information. There are things I learned from Logic, from that lovely lady that didn't know what she was doing when she started, and now she's basically the foremost professor on everything Logic. And I was using Logic since 5.5, and I still didn't know all these things that she was talking about. So have some patience, have a little respect, and understand that at the end of the day, they're still delivering information. Whether it's good or bad, you're still learning something. And that's the important part. Keep it positive and let's move forward, because we don't need to join the rest of the world in negativity.